Alright. Alright. Alright, well, hello everyone. Uh, God damn it. I hate Twitch. I really hate Twitch with their mandated adverts, because now I've got no idea if this is working or not. I always like to double check because I'm paranoid. We will just wait. I'm seeing a advert for jewelry that has a lot of musicians, so good on you. Anyway. Kind of surprised there's not more jewelry companies sponsoring F1 teams, if I'm going to be honest, 'cause it seems like the perfect thing to launder money. You know, kind of like crypto and all that. Anyway, hello everyone. This is Rapid Racing League's Division 3. We are doing a double header tonight at Imola in northern Italy and Interlagos in, I think it's southern Brazil. I actually don't know where Interlagos is on the map of Brazil. I mean, Brazil's a big country, so it's kind of not something I necessarily paid too much attention to. Just because it's I don't know many, I've never known many Brazilians. But anyway, so yeah, this is Rapid Racing League, Division 3, sponsored by Sully's. You're not wearing if you're not dressed until you're wearing a Sully's. I think I butchered that. But anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I am chilling. I am happy after Max Verstappen's title win last week. I'm a very happy man after that. Because frankly, he had a lot of bad luck go his way, in my opinion, and he deserved the title. He deserved, because he even despite his bad luck, like the crash out Silverstone and Monza, and Hungary, for example, like when he became a bowling pin in Hungary, you know, he still could have gotten a podium there, and like, you know, all that happened, and he still broke the record for podiums. So, yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'm just going to have a quick look and just see what seats are free. No, Williams, Haas, Greeny's in the Haas, Alfa Romeo. My guess is he might go into the Ferrari. I just realised I've shattered it. As a AMG Hamilton, he's a debutant for this week, and I think he wants to be in a Mercedes-powered car, but I've just slapped him into a Ferrari. Rip. I mean, I can't remember if the Ferrari... Yeah, hang on, we've got RNG Salty, who's joining later. Right, okay, never mind. He might have to go to the Alpha then. Who else is driving an Alpha? Actually, yep, actually... Anyway, yeah, back to Verstappen's title. Like, damn, he was frankly incredible. I mean, it says a lot that you're able to break the record for podiums and still nearly lose the title. It just shows the consistency of Hamilton. I mean, Hamilton. Oh fuck, that guy's taken the Alpha as well. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. McNeil's takes the Red Bull. I don't see any free spots. Hamilton can suck my balls. No, I like him. I like his. I mean, I find him a bit arrogant, but I do really like his social standing on things. I strongly agree with him on a lot of things politically. So I think he's a good person and he means well for social issues, and he's really good with awareness. But there's definitely an ego to the man. But if you're a 7-time world champion, like Michael Schumacher, for example, yeah, you definitely have an ego. You definitely have an ego. So, can't fault him for that. Michael Schumacher had an ego too, and I am not a big Michael Schumacher guy. I'm just not a Schumacher guy. When I was a child, I was, because he was German and his name was Michael, which is also my first name. Anyway. I'm just trying to figure out what free spots we have. What do we have? Any free? We have a Red Bull spot, but hang on. Okay. Sorry for my intermittent pausing there. I'm just trying to organise this lobby for everyone, because usually, and to be honest, it's usually a bit beyond my control because everyone just does it anyway. Thank you, Rapid Hendo and Rapid Kahoot, for usually handling things in the background, but they are busy with other commitments, and well, Hendo's here tonight, and he's helped, so thank you, Hendo. Kahoot's busy, so I am taking control of everything, and it's about time I do that. Help a bit, so yeah. Anyway, so we have an oh, hang on, someone's just left. I don't know who's just left. It was Kirko in the and then Flunky. We have Ain't No Kid. Ain't No Kid's got to be in the fry. Hang on, I gotta check if RNG Salty is joining. Where? Oh, I hate using Discord. Discord, I find, is a bit overrated just because it's kind of crap. Where is... That was 810, that message. 810. I gotta keep going up. Gotta keep going up and find... Okay, he'll be joining through Quali. Other people have just left. Someone else has just left. I don't know who else just left, but anyway. Okay, it was JDM. I got completely lost on what I was talking about, but that's okay. But there is good news. We have standings, and I'll go through them as we're on the loading screen. Yeah. We've had 2 people leave though, so... Right, well that hopefully is fixed up. But yeah, anyway, back to the championship. Yeah, so Hamilton, did amazingly. He probably had a weaker season. Definitely had a weaker season compared to 2019, 2020, but that latter half was quite impressive to watch, if I'm going to be honest. As for everyone else, Gasly continue to amaze me. I'm really sad that Honda's leaving, because Honda gave me the enthusiasm. I love underdogs. I mean, I like to think I like underdogs. I probably don't all the time, but Honda was kind of considered an underdog with Toro Rosso back in 2018 and in 2019, to be fair. And I'm seeing Discord memes in the Div 3 chat, and I vividly remember. I gotta get out of that. I'm gonna keep laughing if I keep seeing that. I vividly remember them going from that negative, toxic relationship with McLaren to kind of resetting themselves and changing their kind of their direction. And it was like a wake up call for them for Honda. And when they went to Red Bull in 2019, it was like, oh, okay, cool, this is awesome to see because you know they had such a unique engine and they put so much work into it and they'd struggled through so much. And to see them just gradually win races, get podiums on the regular was just so awesome to see. And I remember October last year having a nap after a walk, and I woke up to the news that Honda were saying they were leaving at the end of this year, and that was really saddening for me. I was like, oh wow, and I thought I was in a dream, to be honest, because they made me passionate about F1 again, and so unfortunately, yeah, it was just Jesus Christ, people, yeah, it was saddening, but you know, I wanted to keep supporting them till the end. And most of my F1 shirts are Honda powered teams. Actually, if I have a quick look real quick, I'm actually gonna double check. I'm gonna go back up through the Discord and figure out. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Anyway. Fucking hell. Who makes those memes? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyway. Good humour. Let me have a quick look. Okay, so we've got 18 people back. Should have enough space. Ain't no kid. I was gonna have him back, but there's no more room for him, and I've accidentally given the Red Bull seat. Actually, well, the Red Bull seat was free anyway. But I'm waiting for JDM to come back. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have a look at my Red Bull shirt collection while the lobby gradually gets my message and readies up, because I did say that in the Discord and on here. So let me have a quick look real quick. I have a 2019. Actually, I have both 2019 Toro Rosso and Red Bull shirts. I got the 2019 Red Bull shirt on clearance at a random place. I hope this audio isn't bugging out or anything. So I got that. I got the 2020, 2021 AlphaTauri shirts. I got a 2021 Red Bull shirt. That's it for Red Bull shirts. But I have the 2019, 2020 Renault Ricciardo shirts and a 2021 Ocon Alpine shirt. Anyway. Now I'll invite Ain't No Kid to the lobby, hopefully. Oh, never mind, he's back. Never mind, he's back. Alright, ready up everyone, ready up. Let's get going. Thank you, Scott, once again for handling that. I do apologise. I do understand you wanted to have a break. Sorry for probably not doing a good enough job. Let's get underway. 15 out of 19 people have readied up. We have a nearly full lobby, so this is wonderful news to see such a full lobby in Div 3. I love seeing big lobbies, organised lobbies. Keeps the racing close. Racing's always close. This is a brand new track as well for a lot of us. We have only had one game. I mean, unless you're an oldie like me, because I'm pretty sure most of the Div 3 guys are quite a few years younger than me. But I have F1 2006 on my PS2, and I actually have the PS3 version of it. And that had Imola on it. And I remember driving the OG Scuderia Toro Rosso with the Cosy V10. And yeah, that was fun. So, anyway. Anyway, so with that out of the way, Scott's chatting to people in the Div 3 Discord, so that's okay. Fortunately, we've managed to avoid a crisis with people with not enough seats, because the person joining, I mean, when the session wants to start, because we'll have someone joining us in mid-quali, which might cause some server issues, because we are talking about a very buggy game. Obligatory, I mean, For God's sake, it can't even count down properly. So, I'm going to be honestly amazed if this causes a glitch. But I am not going to be too shocked. So... Oh yeah, wait, is Goffy here? Oh yeah, okay, good, they're all there. Awesome. So we're here at Imola. Wonderful track. My race here last night was fun. I'm only saying that because I finally scored points! So, finally scored points. It was a very fun race. Had some issues with safety car restarts, but that was because I was very cautious and everyone gets really close at safety car restarts. It happens even in Div 3. So, it is what it is. I do apologise to the people who were involved in those incidents. It is in the past now, and we're on board watching Div 3. We're seeing 3 cars coming out of the pits, including an Alpha, a Haas, and the Red Bull of Hunter Hardwidge. So 3 cars out on track currently. Wish they'd do this in order of the cars coming out. We have the Aston Martin of It's Your Boy here coming out. So first out on track is Dr. JDM in the number 66 Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo had Guan Yu Zhou, their new driver for next year, confirm his driver number as number 24. So that means the Asian drivers on the grid all have sequence numbers, because Yuki Tsunoda from Japan has 22, Alex Albon, who's half Thai, half Brit, has 23, and Guan Yu Zhou, who's Chinese, has 24. And I thought that was a cool little factoid that I found out there, and that's a cool factoid that I'm telling you guys tonight. So, I'm going to go back and have a look at more of my F1 shirts, because I know I have one McLaren shirt. Oh, there's my GWS Giants jumper. Yeah, I mean, I know AFL's more or less a Victorian thing. There's my Alpha shirt. Yeah, I have an Alfa Romeo shirt. I think the only teams I don't have shirts from at this point are Aston Martin or Racing Point, Mercedes and Ferrari. I'm thinking about buying a Ferrari shirt though, because I don't know. This season, I've gone through this 5 stages of grief with Ferrari, because as much as I loved Honda with Toro Rosso, I grew fond of Ferrari because of Vettel, because I liked Vettel. I still do. And then I hated them for their 2019 shortcomings. So we're on board with JDM on his first flying lap. Very tricky track to get right, this one. You need the perfect setup, you need just the right size balls to kind of handle this part of the track, because these curbs will send you flying off if you're not careful. But JDM handles that really nicely, actually. That was a super smooth sequence of corners there from JDM. Impressive stuff. Hardwidge isn't far behind him, and he's got an Alpine for company, who I believe is on their out lap. I believe that is. Well, both Alpines are out, so it's hard to say which one it is, but it is Goffy. So we're going to go back on board with Dr. JDM, who will likely set, barring any track limit violations, the first timed lap of this session. And we're going to see him go around this wonderful, technically challenging, almost double left-hander of sorts. And then the hardest part on the track, the part of the track that took me ages to get used to, and I found out personally, a little tip, that if you go down there at 3rd or 4th, you shift up, and it gives you the traction to kind of keep going instead of spinning out like I used to a lot. But I guess the setup changes that I did also helped a lot, as JDM did briefly set a purple second sector. The second sector is definitely the most technical part of this track, as Sector 3 is just, well, a straight head, a chicane, a couple of straights and a double left hairpin. As JDM dives back into the pits, he's changed his mind. I suspect he probably wants to go out on the medium tyre, maybe, as we're on board with Perks on the medium tyre, but Hardwidge is now going to set the first flying lap of the session. He sets a 1:16.9. Nice. So that's a pretty good lap, actually. We're going to be back on board with Guarini, who sets a 1... Oh, it's very close already. We're seeing times within a tenth of each other on the first 2 timed laps of this session. So that's wonderful stuff. I love seeing competitive times like that. We're on board with Kirko, who's invalidated, and we're back on board with Goffy. So Kirko's invalidated, he'll have to set another lap, as we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3 from Kirko, as It's Your Boy here also sets a 1:16.9. Wow! So that's 3 1:16.9s that we've had. First 3 times all within a tenth of each other. So that's some mighty consistency there from everyone who set their times so far, as It's Your Boy here gets out of the way of Stroker Race. It's very difficult to get out of the way on the circuit. It's a very narrow circuit, and it's very likely that there'll be some interrupted flying laps here. It's oddly common to do that in Brazil too, nonetheless, as we're on board with Urban Growth, who sets a 1:17.7, so he's got a bit of a way to go there before he can catch up. Case in point, you kind of stop there. It's kind of like the Monash Freeway for those who live in Victoria. You get the stop sign there. As Edmo sets the fastest lap, a 1:15.6. Goffy retires from session, having spun. I'm going to go on board with a Ferrari, the sole Ferrari currently running in the session, to figure out if he's crashed out as he spun. Oh, Stroker Race nearly spins. Yep, okay, Goffy did spin up on the Spinala curve. Aptly named, if I say so myself, because it is a very, very technical and tricky part of the track to nail, particularly if you're unfamiliar with the handling model of F1 2021. And I feel like the narrowness of the circuit doesn't do it any favours. We're on board with Kirko, who nearly loses it, but manages to correct it just nicely enough to keep the momentum going. And we're seeing more time set. We saw Hardwidge set at 1:16.4 there, so yeah, so he's improved. He's actually improved by half a second, sorry. And Stroke Race set at 1:19.1. So he's absolutely going to have to try go back out there again and set some more competitive laps, as Kirko goes very deep into that first of the double left-hander and exits that quite nicely, actually. Could have had a bit more momentum, but he did alright, all things considered. I'm guessing he's not too familiar with the track, as he sets a 1:18.8. So not the slowest time. As Hendo, I'm guessing, was on a banker lap and it set a 1:24.1. That's absolutely a banker lap. I know he's very quick. Seeing Bremer go a bit wide there, as Perks sets a 1:16.4. So, wonderful lap there. The McLaren's locking out the front row for who knows how many races in a row now. Mighty stuff there from the McLarens. The McLaren team in Div 3, like if you're in the McLaren, I feel like you're basically a bit of a, you're basically a bit of a trailblazer. It's like the Mercedes in actual F1, you're quick. We see Greeny improve and set the second fastest time of session, but he decides to bump into that wall a little bit, gives it a love tap, probably loves the track. Can't blame him, it is a wonderful track when everything feels right. So he sets a 1:16.2, which puts him within 6/10 of a second? Yes, 6/10 of a... Yes. Forgot how to count for a second there. And AMG Hamilton on his first qualifying session in Div 3, as we see another Red Bull one run very wide off track. Hardwidge may be going up for another hot lap and maybe taking it a bit too hot. He sets a 1:17.3. We're on board with Bremer now going through the Spinala curve. Oh, and he actually handled that really well, except for that exit. Unfortunately, he nailed the entry, but the exit was a little slidey. And we're going to see him go through this chicane bit. This is a fun part of the track to nail. But if you run too wide here, you're going to invalidate your lap. Although, yeah, he doesn't invalidate his lap, unfortunately. So, still got plenty of cars yet to set times. JDM's invalidated. We have a yellow flag in Sector 3. It is a slow Alpha Tauri, so it's likely Bremer. As Hendo is up around Sector 1 and Sector 3, so I don't know. Bremer's accumulating more dirt on his car than the F1 cars did at the Turkish Grand Prix for 2 years running. Because those cars did get very, very dirty. As he's coming out on traffic, there are 2 cars behind him, including one Red Bull trying to set a faster lap. Oh no, he's not trying to set a faster lap, never mind. Crisis averted as Bremer goes off track and hits the wall. So he's going to have to dive back into the pit lane. Got a Mercedes starting a flying lap, and his Mad Dog. We're going to see how he handles these first few corners. A little bit wide going into that curve there. Genuinely try to avoid that curve going from turn 3, but he handled that pretty well. And he's handled this chicane rather lovely, if I say so myself. It's a fun chicane to get right, that one. It's confusing at first, but when it gets right, that's the theme for this track, is that when things are right, as Mad Dog sets a purple first sector, that's fascinating. We've got another Mercedes who's slow. That's Piastri, who's retired from session. So Goffey and Piastri have retired from this short qualifying session. Fortunately, the race is shorter, so there's a little more of a chance to climb up the field in these sort of sprintish formats. And there's always another race afterwards as well to redeem oneself. We've only got 11 cars setting timed laps. His War Machine sits at 1:19.0, so he's down in P9. It's about a 10th quicker than Stroke Race, and Rapid Hendo has yet to set another time. His car's also very dirty, so I guess AlphaTauri's practicing their rally program. That's my guess. Don't know, to be honest. As we see team standings, I will briefly go over the team standings with you. We're on board with Rapid Hendo. As we see another car set a timed lap, that was a Mercedes-Benz of Mad Dog. He sets a 1:18.6. So in the lead of the Div 3 for Season 1, Greeny is currently in the lead on 175 points. As RNG Salty has told me he's not racing tonight for personal reasons. Urban Growth is P2 with 137 points. Not far behind him is It's Your Boy here with 130 points, just 7 points behind. And 8 points behind is Showtime, who hasn't raced since Portugal. Then Mark Ping, who hasn't raced since Netherlands. Elongated, who hasn't raced since Portugal, but is here tonight. So welcome back. Perks is 7th, Mad Dog is 8th, Piastri is 9th, and Bremer is 10th. In the Constructors, we have Aston Martin in first with 300 points exactly. Then second place is Mercedes with 221, then Red Bull 213, Haas with 195, McLaren with 176, Alfa Romeo with 151, AlphaTauri with 104, Williams with 53, Alpine with 47, and Ferrari last with 36. So those are your constructors and the top 10 of the drivers for Div 3. Took me a while to get those. I just didn't bother to check, if I'm going to be honest. But you know, it is what it is. I'm glad I found them, and I'm glad that Hendo and Noodles do the stats for different divisions and different, like the different, you know, wings of the league. As we see, I think I'm a Bird come out and do a hot lap in front of traffic there. I don't know if he was held up or not, but it got very close there between Perks and the Red Bull behind him of AMG Hamilton. AMG Hamilton driving a Red Bull Honda. Reminds me of those rumours that he would join Ferrari, like in 2019. It's like, yeah, no, come on, he would join Ferrari. Ferrari are clowns, as I say, as I'm commentating on an Italian track. Probably going to be executed. That's okay, we're on board with urban growth. Well, if I get executed, I mean, at least I'm going out commentating on a track I love. On a game that I like. Not love, but like. So, oh, quality burp from me. I do apologise. On board with urban growth. He takes that a little cautiously, dives down into 4th gear, which is not something I see all too often here. What I don't see too often there on that curve there, on that left-hander in particular, is people going down in the 2nd gear. I've done that sometimes. I've just pressed A, and I'm worried that's just done something. Because you never know. You do something wrong, you're going to probably set off the space-time continuum as my dogs start barking for some reason. We've got Mad Dog very wide into the gravel trap. So we've got JDM who set another invalidated lap. So he's going to cross the line. His time would have been good enough for P12, actually. Seeing a lot of people struggle to improve on their times and or struggle to set laps to begin with. It's a very narrow window to set your laps on this track because there's a lot of traffic and it's a very fast circuit. So we're on board with Hendo. So hopefully Hendo can get a lap in. He sets a 1:32.8, which is obviously not an improvement. And we've got a Williams who's slow. That's War Machine. He's letting I'm a Bird, who sets a 1:18.3. Probably set a 1:18.3 a little while back, actually. It was a good lap from him. Get up there into P8 of 13 timed laps. So he handles that. It looked like the car could have given out in the rear end there. But no, he handles himself pretty well there and keeps it well under control. Let's see how he handles these chicanes with the biggest bumps on the F1 calendar. Not the most violent ones, actually, because the deadliest ones are... yeah, anyway. Let's see if he improves. No, he's run way too wide. Hasn't invalidated. You used to be able to invalidate going there because this game's stupid. He runs through the gravel trap twice. Does he improve? It's going to be tricky to say. No, he does not improve. I'm going to go back on board. As Perks sets a even faster lap of 1:16.1, having Humberbird as a bit of a tow. And we just saw someone improve their lap time. Who's just gone through? JDM, sorry, sets a 1:17.2. So good lap from him there. Quality lap. We're on board with Urban Growth, who is 1.1 seconds quicker in Sector 2, but is being slightly impeded by Stroker Ace, who needs to move out of the way. Stroker Ace is also on a flying lap. But we're going to go back on board with him here. We've got a Haas, I'm a Bird, who's given way to someone. Stroker Ace runs very wide. Hopefully that hasn't affected Urban Growth's lap too much. Having the Ferrari behind him. Oh, and he's invalidated! He's going to go straight into the pit lane. Get a fresh set of softs. We've got 4 minutes and 35 seconds. And I'm a Bird does a faint drift, does just a slight drift there, just to show off. He's happy with his top 10 qualifying. There was a random tyre on the track, which was from Goffey's crash that hasn't despawned for some reason. AMG Hamilton, I didn't see this, but he improved. He set a 1:16.4 and actually outqualifies his teammate by the tiniest of margins, which is a mighty lap from him there. He's showing good performance there as he celebrates by mowing the lawn. So good on him. There's a lot of grass on a lot of these circuits, and the upkeep's expensive, so that's very courteous of him. So we're on board with JDM again. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to go into the pits or if he's going to go and set another lap. His battery level, his ERS level, sorry, well, it's battery, it's an energy store. I'd say 3 different ways to describe the same thing. No, he's going back out. No, he's going to do a fake out. He's going to do what his Italian team's Italian older brothers do and fake out pit stops. Ferrari love to do that sometimes. So do Mercedes, to be fair, but... Anyway, let's have a drink of mineral water. Striker S dives into the pit lane. We're on board with Bremer, who has ditched the medium tyre to start this race on a soft tyre, provided he can get a lap done. He has plenty of time. He has enough time for 2 timed laps, maybe more, depending on how quickly he dives through here. But there's that sort of balance of getting around the track as quickly as possible, but also taking care of your tyres and preventing wear, because with the soft tyre, it's like Swiss cheese. Obviously, the rougher you are with it, I mean, I don't know, I don't eat cheese. I actually like vegan cheese more than dairy cheese to my lactose intolerance, but anyway, Swiss cheese is shit, and you know they give up easy. It's soft. That's my point here, is that it's soft and it's crumbly, and tires, well, they don't crumble. God, you'd hope they don't crumble. We've had lots of tire failures this year, but geez, if they fail, then yeesh. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling about cheese and tires. Do apologise for that clean burp. Mad Dog's improved by 8/10 in Sector 2, so he's looking like he's going to improve by quite a bit and gain quite a few positions as a result of this. Let's just see how he nails Sector 3. It's a short sector, but it is a very, very specific sector to nail. You got to nail this perfectly. And he's done a decent job, but he's just invalidated for some reason. I don't know how you'd invalidate that, but we are talking about F1. F1 games are stupid. As War Machine retires from the session, having set the 10th fastest time. And as we see, it's your boy here improve. Set a 1:16.3 to put him up into P4 and to knock the 2 Red Bulls down into the 3rd row of the grid. So we're on board with Evan Growth, who his teammate, it's boy here, graciously gets out of the way. These two are very close in the point standings and are also teammates, and they are definitely very respectful teammates. You don't see incidents between these two. You used to see incidents between the McLaren drivers, but they've changed McLaren drivers since. So we've got AMG Hamilton on an outlap. I'm going to go back on board with Evan Growth, who improves on Sector 1 by 0.4 of a second. So that invalidated lap hasn't put a damper on his spirits. He's still out there to improve his sectors. We've got yellow flags in every sector apparently. No, we don't. It's just 2 and 3. So we've got the Alpha Tauris and the Ferraris heading down into Sector 3 to start laps. Urban Growth runs just a little bit wide once again and invalidates because apparently this track limits are rubbish. It's like trying to do like tightrope walking with a pencil underneath you. But or as Nelson PK described Monaco, racing a bicycle in your room as JDM leaves the session and I'm a Bird retires in the pit lane, setting the 9th fastest time of the session. So, of course, the same rules still apply. The Q2 rules still apply. Greeny leaves the session too. Might be a bug with the game. God knows. But Greeny set a time good enough for P3. Yeah, Striker S needed to get out of the way of that one, unfortunately. We did witness that live, Urban Growth. So we've got JDM in the pit lane, and we've got the other Alfa Romeo elongated, going off to mow the lawn. Doing his part, volunteer work, because F1 doesn't make enough money apparently. They have to scam, well, basically make volunteers marshals, even though it's a very important part of racing. The marshals, the track marshals, they do a lot of work to get cars and to operate the machinery. As we've just finished this short quali session, as it stands, Edmo's on pole. The bottom 2 challengers have set their times and they're not going to challenge him. It's your boy here has invalidated his lap. AMG Hamilton has invalidated his lap. Hardwidge has improved in Sector 1, but only just. JDM's finished. Urban Growth's improved by 9/10 in Sector 2. So Urban Growth might make the front row if everything aligns correctly here. He's just got to nail this final sector here. This double left-hander. I'm going to go on board with him and see what he can do. I'm going to keep an eye on the timing board in the time being. Edmo does not improve. He still is on pole position with a 1:15.6. 6/10 quicker than people behind him. As Mercedes and Mad Dog goes P8, but Urban Growth goes P7. Knocking down Mad Dog down to P9. Urban Growth hits a 1:16.5 and puts him into that very narrow 1:16 bracket that a lot of these guys are enjoying right now. Starting from Perks all the way down to Urban Growth, it's just 0.4 of a second between 2nd and 7th as JDM rejoins the session. Fortunately for him, it's a little bit too late. We're on board with Hardwidge, who's going to cross the line anyway after not improving in Sector 2. And we're now watching AMG Hamilton continue to mow the lawns and also, you know, check the tyres as he goes for a fancy burnout. Probably wants to flex, and he goes across the grass to mow the lawns. Since your boy here is also invalidated, so he will not improve. He will start P4, the fastest Aston Martin of the two. It's only 0.2 of a second though between the two Aston Martins. Not as narrow as the margin between the two Red Bulls, though. The two Red Bulls are separated by 6/100ths of a second. Well, hang on, what's the saying again? Is it 6/100ths? I don't know. I don't know math. I'm not a math guy. It's not really my thing. So anyway, we had plenty of retirements. We had enough retirements to get Q3. So people have crashed. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so there's the standings. We've got Edmo on pole with a 1:15.6. Second place on the medium tyre was 4/10 down. So you get the impression that the two McLarens are just out on a mission right now. They are rapid, those two McLarens. The soft tyre, if he'd set a time on the soft tyre, I reckon he could have beaten Edmo for pole position there. Anyway, further down the field, we've got Greeny, the championship leader in the Haas. Then it's your boy here in the Aston Martin in P4. The two Red Bulls of AMG Hamilton and Hunter Hardwidge in 5th and 6th. Urban Growth in the second Aston Martin. The first Alfa Romeo of JDM in P8. Mad Dog in the first Mercedes in P9. And the second Haas of I'm a Bird round out your top 10. Further down the field, we've got War Machine, Coco, Stroker Race, Rapid Hendo, who unfortunately did not set a proper timed lap. He's down there with the banker lap as his sole time that he was able to set. Bremer, Elongated, SFR Piastri, Flunky, and Goffey all did not set times. So that's that. We've got Greenies rejoin the session. We're probably waiting on people to rejoin. That's my theory, anyway. Another front row lockout for the boys. Indeed, yeah, the McLarens are untouchable in this Div 3 Season 1. Very fast, very good effort from the McLaren team. Leave mate, join back. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Why? Who can I rejoin off? Yeah, I know I can rejoin off. Fucking god. There we go, we're back. We are back. Apologies for the delay. This game is a non-functional piece of shit. I don't know if I'm racing or not. God tell me. God help me if I'm racing. Actually, I can just dive into the pit lane and retire from session if I'm racing. I just pressed A. I forgot to press Y, so I'm really annoyed at that. There's no way I can check. Am I racing? Am I racing? Please don't tell me I'm racing. I'm not. I think I just managed to avoid that. I think. We will find out. You guys can hear me proper, yes? 39 minutes, we are finally starting the race. Had I not started the stream earlier, we would have probably had a bit short of a stream, but that's okay. These things happen. And now we just wait for the countdown. That McLaren is very eager to get racing. Look at it bounce around like a madman. I'm still waiting for players. We're lights out and away we go. Copying Crofty there, and as we can see there, Greeny, Timerberg gets disqualified from session, unfortunately, but Greeny had a ripper of a start there. We're seeing the cars very close alongside each other. It's a very narrow entry point here into the turn 1, turn 2 complex, so we've got a virtual safety car from a Alfa Romeo who hasn't started. Actually, he spun off onto the track there, so I'm not sure what happened there, but that was a bit of a messy start, to put it lightly. As AMG Hamilton goes up into P3, so good stuff from him there. See, Bremer has also gained 4 positions, Piastri's gained 5 positions, Goffey's gained 4, and JDM's lost 10 positions. So I think what's happened is he's left. Oh, okay, on my end, one of the McLaren's just making yeeted itself. Don't know if it's my ping, and then there's this shit doesn't work. Let's check the Discord real quick, just in case something's gone wrong. Yeah, what's up with JDM? JDM is just showing us the beauty of angles in photography. This car is stuck across the middle of the track. Can't even... Anyway. Race will continue as normal. Oh, apparently we have a race winner. On my end it says race winner. I just realized that. So does that mean if we cross the line, we get a checkered flag? I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's very unfortunate there, mate. It's always next race, though. Depending on what's happened here, though, if the race winner thing actually matters for something, is JDM... Did anyone damage their car? How did no one... Did anyone damage their bloody car? We're gonna check everyone's front rings real quick. Tease that everyone's gotten away with everything. I don't know, how did JDM's car get pinballed across the track? But JDM is... Oh dear. Edmo has lagged out once again. Unfortunately, his lead is now lagged out. We are restarting the lobby. We are restarting the lobby. Can't believe this game can't do basic things. I can't... What is wrong with Discord, man? I'm gonna quickly set up this lobby again. Oh, it turns out I've been able to add everyone. Yeet. Alright. You're witnessing me redo the lobby again. Load save. Done that. That's all ready to go. Track select. Imola. Oh, I've accidentally... What button is it to... Okay, hang on. I can check on the stream. It's LT apparently. That's weird. And we go all the way to Brazil. We get rid of quali. Unfortunately, I can't actually get rid of... I can't get rid of quali. Grid, custom grid. Okay. Got that done and dusted. Hopefully it's saved. Yeah, another restart. Unfortunately, it is what it is. That's all good. Got everyone joining back. I don't know what the quality... I mean, I did go through it, but I have to find out what it is. Can I scroll back? Oh, I didn't get the bloody quality. I didn't screenshot it. Noah's the two McLarens at the front row, so while everyone's rejoining, I'll go through the weekend structure, which has the grid editor. Fun fact, it's in a completely random spot. Oh, nearly just demoted Edmo. Perks front row. We had Greeny, P3. Okay. Confirm that for now. I remember the top three. Can you even? I don't even know. Alright, I'll have to stop and restart the stream then.